Black people once again are targeted because they're easy prey.
Oh, you again, man.
Yo, I just got stopped like 2 blocks ago, yo.
You look very suspicious.
Cause y'all always looking at me crazy.
Because you keep looking back at us, man.
Cause you always, but y'all always looking crazy, yo. Coming up the block, always.
That's our job, my man. That's our,
To stare at me, yo?
Listen to me. Listen to me.
It's harassment. That's what it is.
We know that the vast majority of people who are stopped and frisked aren't even given summonses, forget about being arrested. We know they're not found guilty of any crime. In fact, they're not stopped because they're a suspect in a crime that's been reported. They're stopped, and it seems like an exaggeration to say it, but they're stopped because they're black and brown young men walking down the street.
New York City Police Department is the most racist atmosphere to me in America, more racist than Mississippi.
Listen to me. Our job is to look for suspicious behavior. When you keep looking at us like that, looking back.
Cause y'all always like stop. I just got stopped like 2 blocks away, like.
Because you keep doing that shit, man. We stopped you last time. Listen to me. When you were walking the block with your hood up and you keep looking back at us like that, bro, you think you might have something.
Cause I had my hoodie in there.
They do that.
You have your hoodie on your body.
Well, cause it was cold.
Smack you?
Yeah.
You gonna smack me?
We have to demand accountability by people. That we do not want to live in a city where people's human rights and civil rights are violated every single day.
You gonna smack me? No, you asked me why I have a book bag on.
Who are you talking to?
You asked me why I had a book bag on.
Do you think you're
You
talking
asked me if I had a book bag on.
Shut your
Yo,
Don't talk back to me. Don't do it. Just don't do it.
Nah, you just gotta be like, all right, yes sir, right.
Reality is, do not talk back to a cop.
why you? Come on, why you touching me for?
You want to go to jail?
For what?
Yes sir, no sir. Yes ma'am, no ma'am.
If I know I ain't got nothing doing wrong, if I ain't doing nothing wrong, I'm cursing you out. Like, I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I was like, what are you frisking me for? Because one time, like I said, I walked out my house. I'm going to the store, asking me for ID. I'm like, what are you asking for ID for? Like, what did I do?
If you're doing a stop, question, on frisk on someone who might complain, your sergeant will tell you, fill out a UF-250 on that guy. If there are a bunch of black people in the hallway shooting dice, there's no need for a UF-250. There are a bunch of black sons of bitches shooting dice. They're not going to complain.
Shut your fucking mouth, kid.
What am I getting arrested for?
Shut your mouth.
What am I getting arrested for?
For being a fucking mutt, you know
Oh,
what?
so that's a law? Being a mutt?
You know, we keep the niggas in place, and it makes it easier for us to keep track of them. They're in the system. We have their fingerprints. We can always throw any other crime on them we want to, because now they're in the system. We arrest them enough time, we can always frame them for something and it'll stick.
Virtually the only people who get arrested in New York City are people of color and people from vulnerable groups like street vendors, sex workers, mentally ill people, homeless people. And
Cuz, you over here telling me why I have a hoodie, why I have a book bag on, except for my hoodie. Why you putting it on my arm way back here?
Shut your fucking mouth!
Cause you asking me questions. I'm answering your questions.
in some cases, people want to blame individual police officers for bad conduct or rude conduct or inappropriate conduct. We think the main responsibility for bad police practice lies on the shoulders of the people who operate in police headquarters, who are setting the policies and putting out the directives.
Why are you touching me for?
You want to go to jail?
For what?
Well, the cops will say we don't have quotas, we have productivity goals. There are numerous statements from current police officers and ex-police officers that put the lie to that. They'll say we're under pressure to make a certain number of summonses and a certain number of arrests per month.
We have to make numbers. We have to abuse somebody. Who are we going to abuse? The bottom of the totem pole, the underbelly of society, the most abused, lowest class people in New York. That's who we're going to single out. You know, the path of least resistance.
It rewards bad conduct. You're providing an incentive for bad police practice.
Who's your father? Your
You
father's
gonna
on the job?
punch me in my face?
What's your father's name?
Alvin Cruz.
Yeah,
Where's he work? Give me his number. I'm on the phone
MTTF.
right now.
Where?
He's not gonna answer. He don't got a phone.
You're in traffic?
Nope. Yup.
He's a traffic cop?
Yup.
Figures.
Traffic
Don't
cop.
touch me. Okay, he's a traffic. Why you push me like that for? Why you push me like that for? Why you push me like that for?
I swear to God.
Why you push me like that? Why you
Take a
touching me?
fucking walk!
Why you?
You fucking hear me? You fucking piece of shit!
These aren't the kind of activities that most people in the public would even think of as crimes. Maybe a public nuisance, but not the kind of things that people should develop a criminal record for. And because the cops engage in this practice and in effect create criminal records for a whole class of people, and there hundreds of thousands of people are arrested every year in New York City, and that's hundreds of thousands of people of color in effect. So over a period of years, that this policy has been in effect, it's probably millions of people who have in effect been criminalized for these very low-level offenses or these very low-level charges. And that creates, for better or worse, an identity for some of them as being part of a criminal class, or as being part of a group of people who are being treated as dispensable. And, you know, we're part of this will sound a little harsh, the garbage that society disposes of.
They refer to them as also bodies, never people. Black people are never people, then you would feel bad about how you treat them.
Why you pushing me that? Now I'm calling the cops just for that one. Yeah, a cop just hit me for no reason, hitting me.
Just say this. I can see it being done to a degree where some terrorists, you might be suspecting this person a terrorist. Yeah, frisk him and search him. But if he's just a regular citizen doing nothing, leave him alone. You know what I mean? Go find a terrorist just for frisk and search.
I think they're abusing that 9/11 thing. The 9/11 thing to the it's abused now. Like I have to stop and miss my train because you want to check my bag. Oh yeah. Really? Out of all these 500 people, I am the one that you need to check my bags. They abuse. It's like they get these laws passed and then they abuse them.
We know how to skip right to the top. We know how to articulate our way all the way to putting a bullet in your head if necessary, even if all we did is walk up behind you and put a bullet in your head.
Bad police practice, which I think is worse today than it's been, but bad police practice has afflicted inner city communities of color since the virtual beginning of time.
Yeah, he stops me and then pushes me, telling me he's gonna punch me in my face. And then he just drove off. A whole bunch of cops were here, and now they all just drove off.
You know, they have a blue wall of protection amongst themselves. They're a gang. To me, they're a gang.
They're like, you know, I have a team behind me, so I could do whatever I want.
So once they want to check me, I ain't got no one. Oh no, click, click. All my heart went to Brooklyn court. But it's okay, the judge threw it out. And it was a closed beer, so that was total harassment. The only reason why they locked me up, disorderly conduct, and I felt that I was being harassed. The beer was closed. They threw me on the wall, handcuffed me. I said, what is that about? Well, we got to check you out, make sure. I'm not a killer or anything. I'm just buying a beer and it's closed. What's the problem?
If you look a certain way, and they'll use the excuse like, oh, you fit the description of somebody. That's always that, because if we all look the same, you fit the description.
I was waiting at the bus stop for the bus, and 2 police cars pulled up, and they basically was like, oh, someone robbed a corner store like 2 blocks away, and you fit the description. So I guess they thought I was a boy or whatever, but I said I'm waiting for the bus. Like, why would I rob a store and then wait for the bus?
I feel they target a certain area, but that's where the crime's at, so you gotta respect it.
Stopping for its lowest crime? No. You know, at the end of the day, a person's gonna do what they want to do.
You're black, your skin color, you can't change that. So I'm not gonna change the way I dress just so the cops can stop harassing me. You know what I mean? It's just gotta be something like, I understand the law and they need to understand the law and just not abuse it. They really need to stop abusing it. It's an abuse. That's all it is.
You want to live in a city where what happens at Occupy Wall Street and is broadcasted all around the world happens every single day in Harlem and Bed-Stuy. And so when we see that in Harlem, we say, what did the kids think was going to happen when NYPD came in? So the point is, are we going to live in a city where whatever your color, whatever your ethnicity, whatever your nationality, you want people to be treated humanely?
Because most people just ignore it. We don't speak up about it. Like, if you guys never came to do this, I would never go find somebody to talk about it. So if more people would do this, then it would come out there.
Only way to have a new system is to tear it down and build it up again. And who's going to do that? You know what I mean? Not tear it down with violence, but restructure the system and more peace and just change things. Save the planet. Okay.